G'day and welcome to another episode of Bush Escapes, the show that takes you to some of the best places in Australia. On this episode, we take a look at the Leeuwin Naturaliste National Park and the sights it has to offer. Now let's hit the road! The Leeuwin Naturaliste National Park is 260 kilometres south of Perth in Western Australia's southwest region. The park stretches along the coast from Dunsborough in the north, 110 kilometres south to the town of Leeuwin near Augusta. Our first stop this episode is Shelley Cove, which is 10 kilometres north of Dunsborough. The cove itself is just east of Bunker Point and offers a secluded cove for a picnic or a swim. Granite boulders are littered along the beachfront, with limestone cliffs framing the western edge of the bay. And just up the road is the breathtaking Sugarloaf Rock. How about this view? It's not half bad, is it? Sugarloaf Rock is one of the region's most spectacular landmarks. The towering granite rock protrudes over 50 metres out of the Indian Ocean and has been shaped by wind and sea over millions of years. "20 kilometres south, another geological wonder awaits in Canal Rocks. The raw power of nature in this place is awe-inspiring. The hulking mounds of granite have been eroded over millions of years along a north-south line, forming a striking canal feature that we see today. Just behind the rocks is a secluded bay ideal for swimming and launching boats. From Canal Rocks, we head a few k's north to some world-renowned beaches. And if you're after a surf or a swim, you can't do much better than the white sandy shores and turquoise water of Smith's Beach. Or if you prefer, the next bay up is home to the ever-popular Yallingup Beach. "30 kilometres south of Yallingup, in the Margaret River region, is the peaceful Meekadarawee Falls. Known to Aboriginal people as the bathing place of the moon, the falls have a fascinating legend about this small cave and the moss-covered waterfall located at the end of the walking track. Another 30 kilometres south brings us to our first campground in the park, Conto Campground. The campground, nestled here in the coastal peppermint woodland, has 116 campsites catering for everything from large vehicles through to tents and swags. All the campsites have picnic table, toilet and fire pit amenities. However, fires are only permitted between April 15 and November 30. To stay at the campground is $11 a night, $7 for concession holders and $3 for children. Now let's get camping. And once you've finished setting up, you can enjoy the nearby Conto Spring and Cape to Cape track, located a short distance from the camp. From the Conto campground, we're heading 10 kilometres north to Redgate Beach. This spot is home to a West Australian legend. In 1876, the SS Georgette sank off the coast of Redgate. The wreck was spotted in the breakers by stockman Sam Isaacs, who along with 16-year-old Grace Bussell rode into the surf on horseback, saving the lives of passengers and crew. Nowadays, the beach is a popular spot for surfers and is a great spot for a swim or a picnic. A short drive into the forest brings us to the spectacular Mammoth Cave. The entrance to the cave opens into a magnificent cavern, featuring stalagmites, stalactites, and large columns where the two meet. The cave is home to the largest megafauna fossil deposits in Australia, with over 10,000 species recovered from the cave by the West Australian Museum in the 1990s. And just up the road is the spectacular Lake Cave. The Mirrored Wonderland is the only cave on the Leeuwin Naturaliste Ridge to have a permanent lake and is home to the Suspended Table, a spectacular flowstone decoration weighing several tons that hangs from the ceiling. It's thought to be the only decoration of its kind in the world. Deep in the forest 35 kilometres south of Margaret River is the Borenup Campground. The campground is 20 kilometres south of the Conto Campground towards the eastern side of the park. The campground, situated amongst the stunning regrowth Karri Forest, has 7 smaller campsites, although there are no booking facilities, so you better get here early. To stay at the campground is $8 a night, $6 for concession holders, and $3 for children. All the campsites have picnic table, fire pit, and toilet amenities. However, there are no barbecues, so you better bring your own cooking equipment. And just up from the Borenup Campground is the Borenup Forest Viewpoint, a great place to view the forest and go exploring in the bush. And that's it for another episode. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you out here. For more information, visit bushescapes.com.au and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.